In this video, we will take a quick peek at 7 Burpee seeds I grew this season. Favorite to not so favorite, along with tidbits, picks, and flower arrangements. In this quick highlight overview video, sit back and relax and enjoy another compilation from Bren in the Garden. Hey guys, I found some reduced Burpee seeds at Menards. So let's look at what I saved. These ones for $4.19 ended up being $2.17. And this big old pumpkin and this gorgeous citrus sunflower, which was $3.29, ended up being $1.96. And these over here, I've been wanting to try these little teddy bears for a while anyway. And look at this Velvet Queen and the Firecatcher. Okay, so they were $2.79. They ended up being $1.64. So I've got my little receipt here. So if we would have went by the label, they would have cost $23.33. They really cost $13.18. So I saved $10.15. Now, I had already made all of my seed purchases at Baker Creek, which ended up costing me about $48.50. But when I seen these, I also could not resist because I am going to direct sow all of these except for this summer squash. And I am going to use the same method. I'm going to start it in the greenhouse 4 weeks early, but instead of using toilet paper tubes, I'm actually going to use paper towel rolls. You get a little bit more length, more soil, and the roots for squash or melon, you know, they grow like weeds. So I'm gonna need just a little bit more space here, but same concept. Hey guys, it is May 15th and I have got those Peter Pan hybrid squash, summer squash, those patty varieties. Look at how fantastic the root system ended up being. So how did all of our Burpee seeds do this year? Well, these three, I already have seed saving, and I'll show you a clip of that. Firecatcher and Busy Bee and Velvet Queen. I have them in the pantry. Everything is drying out. I have a lot of airflow in here. The door to the pantry is usually never closed. Got my recycling down here, so don't judge me. It's a closet and it is messy. So these three were absolutely successful and I got some seeds off of them. These two were one and done. I'm going to show you some pics of what these were like, and I have full videos on both of these that you can watch separately. They were great. They were just one head and then they were done. So they came in quickly and they left quickly. Velvet Queen, I've already started some seed saving on her. She was the third one to come up. Firecatcher was first. Busy Bee was second. This was third. Teddy Bear came in fourth. And then Citrus came in last out of the sunflowers. And you'll see what I mean when I take you out there in just a minute. But these two they're done. I'm just going to have to flash up pics. So let me do that now so you can see how pretty that they were. Velvet Queen is still out there for us, and looking at this pack, it looks like this is all it's going to be, but it is quite a variety out there. Teddy bear and citrus look a lot alike, and that was also part of what I wanted to see. Now, citrus looks like it's going to be more orangey than what it is, but it's really not. You'll see when I get out there. We're also going to take a look at what is left of this Peter Pan hybrid summer squash, and I'm going to show you a lot of pics of that because it's really towards the end of its life, and we'll talk about that when we get out there. And Big Moon, we're going to see that as well. So let's go out, have a nice little tour. All right, guys, here is our Patty Summer Squash Peter Pan hybrid. And you can see that I very much prune these. There's actually 3 down here in this area. So that's not a lot of foliage for 3 plants or 3 spines. So I now have a total of 4 in this container. You can see this one down here as well. And to me, they just look like a bucket of spines or vertebrae. Perhaps they'll be helpful at Halloween. I don't know. I did originally have 5, and this one very easily broke off. So I was not pleased with that. I did a full and complete video on this here. I would say out of all 7 of the Burpee seeds I bought this year, this one was the one I was the least pleased with. And that really had to do with the fact that it was not productive on a level that I would have liked it to have been productive on. Alright, you guys, here is Big Moon Pumpkin. This pumpkin can get up to 200 pounds. So I'm actually pretty relieved it did not do that, because there's no way I can be hauling around 200-pound pumpkins from the backyard to the front yard to decorate. So this is the only pumpkin that actually came off of the 2 plants. That's it. That's the only viable one that I have. Honestly, I'm not really upset about it. And this will be enough for Halloween for me this year. I'm going to keep these seeds, and I'm going to try this in a different way at another season. Okay, so this front row, this front tall row, I should say, is a Velvet Queen. And remember me pointing that pack out to you? Yeah, she has multiple tones on her, and she is multiple stalked. And you can see this one here too is starting to go to seed. Obviously the birds love it. Look at that gorgeous bird nestled in Velvet Queen, enjoying some seeds. I guess that means I can go out there and save some seeds too. So this one way in the back is citrus, so ignore that. But this yellow one with the brown center, which does kind of remind me of the typical sunflower look that you're going to see. And it also reminds me of Under the Tuscan Sun, where Diane Lane is next to those sunflowers. That's what this reminds me of. Guys, this is super tall, and the packet said that this was going to be 4 to 5 feet, so that was absolutely incorrect. And this one was the tallest, and it should have been way in the back because the sun comes this way. So I did make a notation on the back of that packet. So you can see we've kind of got this pinkish burgundy. We've kind of got a darker rust. We have that bright yellow. And here we have this very, very rusty look with rings around it. And I think the backs of these are so beautiful. You guys, look at how great these Velvet Queens look in the bathroom with Miss Marilyn. And look, you get the reflection of the back of those sunflowers as well. Isn't that a great little trick? I think they're so beautiful, the back of this one right here. Gorgeous. I had a ring of fire that came up, so I had to stick that one in there. Gorge. I definitely have pulled heads, dried heads from each and every variation. And I think this sunflower right here would be a fantastic all just one sunflower kind of bed, which is usually what I do, but this year I seen these, and again, these were at Menards. They were 40% off. The mood struck. Let's talk about Teddy Bear, which is right here, and I made a couple cute arrangements with her. I'm gonna pop those up for you. And every sunflower that I'm showing you has a separate video on them following the whole entire lifespan of that sunflower. And you'll be able to see just how full this was until the groundhogs got a hold of it. These are also really nice to make with arrangements because they held up for days. So now we're looking at the back row, which is citrus. Okay, and if you look here, Velvet Queen, much taller. Ignore all the wires. I absolutely hate the wires in the backyard. So looking at the color, I did a comparison video on these. So look at how pale yellow that is. And look at this. Does that looks more orange to me than yellow. Some of these in the back look a little bit more orange. I love these ones that are just like a little pom-pom. All they are is kush. That one right there in the middle. This is all in the same stalk. And you can see they start real little and they can get pretty big there. So we have very small to quite large. There's actually more of a, not so much a tone selection here, but they're not uniform. The design itself, looking past the color, is not uniform. And I really wasn't expecting that by just looking here at the packet. Okay, so this row and this row are already in the house. That was Firecatcher and Busy Bee. And Busy Bee looked a lot like this up here. And I kept getting them confused, but this one's multi-head. So if I had to choose between Busy Bee and Velvet Queen, I actually think I would choose this version if you're looking just for yellow. So if you can kind of sequester out just these seeds when you're seed saving, and if that's all you want is just the yellow look, that's what I would do over Busy Bee, because remember, Busy Bee is a single stalk and that one has multi-heads. Every single variation, and Velvet Queen has multi-heads. So what do I think about my Burpee seed purchase this year? The sunflowers were the best thing that I purchased. They brought me so much joy. And for 40% off, I don't know how I could really go wrong with that purchase. So if you're looking for a great deal on Burpee seeds, might want to go over to Menards around January, because they were fully stocked up in January, and I made a lot of great 40% off selections on a quality, well-known seed company. Like I said, I'm going to be trying this one again. I'm not going to give a full verdict because they did not have the optimal growing conditions, and I still got one, so that kind of says a lot after all of the groundhog damage. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, staying tuned with me, and waiting till the end. That's always a challenge, isn't it? Hope to see you again here soon. Thank you. you so much for watching, and I invite you again to subscribe, as I have been gardening for over 40 years and have a lot to teach, show, grow, review, experiment with, and my favorite, a specific variety everything deep dive. So let's try new things together, mix it up, and have a glorious day.